Today on Let's Talk Drinks, I'm going to do a review of the Star of Bombay Gin. Hi guys. So Bombay Sapphire for me has got a special place in my heart because I think that this massive gin craze that has swept all over the world, I think in Australia we've got something like 360 different gin distilleries. This would not have happened if it hadn't been for Bombay Sapphire. When they released Bombay Sapphire in that beautiful blue bottle, this isn't the one here, and they toned down a little bit the juniper. They got vodka drinkers to start drinking gin again, and they should really be applauded for what they did to the whole gin category. Now, we've all tasted Bombay Sapphire. I've drank it a million times. So today I wanted to do a review on the Star of Bombay. And I mean, how sexy is the bottle too? Now, Star of Bombay is not just sort of like a pimped out version. It is at 47.5% ABV. However, it's not just the same gin that has been boosted up with a little bit of extra alcohol, as a lot of the brands tend to do in their higher proof gins. What the guys at Bombay Sapphire have done is they've actually added a few extra different botanicals. One of the things that they did, which I thought was quite interesting, was they used two different types of juniper. So they'll use a classic sort of juniper, and then they'll use a younger juniper as well. That younger juniper will give that sort of a little bit more sort of piney, resinousy flavor as well. It's got the traditional Bombay Sapphire botanicals. I can't remember them all, but you know, your lemon peels, your orange peels, your coriander, the grains of paradise and so forth. But also what they've added to the Star of Bombay is bergamot, which is hand-picked in Calabria in southern Italy, and also ambrette seeds, which they get from Ecuador. These give a really nice spice and earthiness to the gin. Just like Bombay Sapphire, they're also 100% vapor infused, but what they do with the Star of Bombay is they actually alter the speed, or I guess they wind down a little bit the still. So it runs it like around 40%, goes back up to 60%, back to 40% at the end. And what they're doing there is they're getting a lot more of the oils from the botanical, which adds flavor to this gin. Now, it's not just a sort of great name and a cool bottle, it also tastes good. So let's do a little bit of a tasting. On the nose, I can tell that it's definitely a higher ABV, but I'm getting that fresh juniper, that kind of Christmas tree pine, and sort of like an orange oiliness as well. A little bit of spice. There's no burn there when I'm actually smelling it as well. It smells really nice. Let's give it a try. Yum! I really like this. Juniper for me, coriander, still am getting that piney. It's a lot more juniper flavored for me than the traditional Bombay Sapphire. It also has this kind of like earthy, musky sort of note as well. As far as the finish goes, it's a very nice long finish. I'm getting a really nice warming spice. It's not like a burn, but it's definitely nice and warm and piney. It feels very like a taste and feels very oily. It's got a really nice mouthfeel as well, this gin. I definitely do like it a lot better than the Bombay Sapphire, only because I'm used to drinking sort of gins that are got a little bit more juniper in them, and I like something with a little bit more ABV as well. How do I drink this? When I'm not drinking it neat, and as you can see, there's a fair bit missing out of the bottle. I enjoyed it in a martini. I think in a Negroni it comes through really well. Sometimes I find that if you don't pick that right gin in a Negroni, it sort of gets lost behind the sweet vermouth and the Campari. This definitely stands out and packs a little bit of punch. Amazing in a gin and tonic with your preferred tonic. I like it with just the Fever-Tree Indian tonic, and also the Cappy Dry tonic if you're here in Australia. Works really well. I recently also had it in a G&T, but it was a little bit of the yuzu soda from Cappy and also some tonic water in there. I know a little bit of a mix. The two bottles were there. I joined them together, add a little bit of the orange, and it was delicious. But normally in my gin and tonic, I will add just a wedge of orange because I find it just adds a little bit of sweetness to the G&T. It's really a winner. We sell a fair bit of it at my bars. And guys, I totally suggest that you should go out, or I totally recommend, and try it. If you don't want to buy a whole bottle, go into a bar and try a few different gins. Okay, I know being a bar and it probably sounds like I'm trying to drum up business, but it's a lot easier to go out one night, try 5 or 6 different types of gins that are a lot cheaper, and then pick what you like and go and buy a few bottles for home. Guys, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon on Let's Talk Drinks.